In this week's episode of Triple T,
my research of this year, I think this one's gonna go up on a GOAT list.
This one's pretty good.
Yeah,
this is a solid year. Funny is that I associate Lake Placid with that alligator movie, and I have no idea. I know what The Miracle on Ice is. I know it's Kurt Russell. I get that, but all I know is the alligators. You know.
No, that's what I know it for. Because like that movie, like based on the real events, that coach gave an epic speech before that game started versus Russia, about how, like, you know, if you don't win this game, it's gonna be on your race forever, and just walked out.
That's when they did the flying V, right?
Yep, pretty much. That's what I heard.
All the young dudes, you know. It sounds like a Beatles song, doesn't it? Well, you're about to learn today, bitch.
Yeah. We're back. Hopefully everybody enjoyed last week's episode. If you didn't, well, then I don't know why you're here. Maybe you just stumbled upon it randomly. Maybe you're just here to see all about that chug life. Maybe you're here to see Burley. Maybe you're here to see Gute, or maybe you're here because you love yo-yos. I don't know. Maybe we're a yo-yo podcast. Who knows? But either way, Burley, Gute, what's up, dudes? It's been a week. Really shitty week for you guys.
Been a rough one. Been a rough one.
Yeah.
Oof. I will never complain about it being hot in my house. You know.
What about calling out a potential hurricane? How it's not going to be that bad, and then maybe a jinx to the city of Houston.
No, listen. It still wasn't that bad. Still wasn't that bad. We just didn't have power, and we happened to have a heat wave at the same time. So, as far as damage goes, I lost a little bit of my fence. Whatever.
Not bad.
I'm not going to be.
A couple of months ago, there was buildings that were like getting demolished with glass and stuff, and the power seemed to come on a little bit quicker.
That was just a windstorm.
Yeah, it's wild because.
Huh?
Go ahead. No, I was just going to say, after like 2 days later, after you guys had that, I think whatever they call it, the trail of the hurricane, like we saw those little symbols, which we're not used to seeing up here, and we're like, well, that's interesting. And then there was a place fairly close, not really close, but fairly close to us that just got pounded. I mean, businesses, everything. I guess thankfully for them, I don't know a lot about insurance. We need an insurance, maybe sponsor some, come in here and be like, this is how it's your. But they declared a state of emergency, so I think that helps a lot of people because you know where we live, you can't get flood insurance because we don't have flooding. I mean, the school, I sent you guys, I think, the pictures. Yeah. The school has millions of dollars of renovation, let alone local. But it was terrible.
Yeah, you guys are in a floodplain, so that's why you don't have that option. I mean, you could pay for it, but it's like outrageous to do that. Because why would you?
Exactly.
The problem with Houston is the way it was built. All the streets are the drainage.
Yeah.
Right? And they do their job. They do. But what's the nicest way to say this? Retards won't stay off the road and just want to drive in it. Right?
Like that video you sent of a Tesla trying to drive through a flood?
That was just one of the many. Like within like the first hour of the storm hitting, I think they had like 400 calls of cars stalled in the water. Just people don't know when to stop. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's when those people with small wieners and big trucks are like, look at me.
They crush life. They go out there. They I forget the name of them. Something Navy. They call themselves the something Navy. And they're out there rescuing people from their homes and shit like that. Because
that's Coast Guard. Or the
no. They have some slang like the redneck Navy or some such.
It's their own thing, not an actual government term.
This is just all the locals. Here's one thing that Houston's really good about: when there's a big natural disaster, everybody comes together to help people. It's pretty fucking cool.
That is.
I didn't see anything from JJ Watt. Was he there?
Well, he lives in Arizona or some shit now. Fucking guy.
I'm sure he did something. I heard.
Probably did something. He fucked some hot blonde. Lucky bastard.
Good for him. You know what? But I also, speaking of sending you guys messages, this is a little bit lighter, pun intended. I sent you guys a picture. I wanted to give you a quick update on the Vermont flannel. I bought one of the lightweight ones.
Yeah.
I wore it on the hottest day where I am. I walked. It was 17.7 something miles that day. Not once did I sweat or feel hot because of the flannel. That's no bullshit. Was I potentially sweating and sore from being out of shape? Yes. but it was not the flannel. And I'm going to tell you, I got a lot of compliments from it. It's legit. So the shirt that I'm wearing, I held it up and I said, I told the wife, I said, hey, close your eyes and hold these. And I said, which one is lighter? And I put them in bags so she couldn't feel the texture of them. And she was like, clearly this one. And it was the Vermont flannel. And this is a short sleeve, I don't even know the material, a couple of buttons. And the other flannel was a long sleeve flannel. And seriously, I could hand you each and I'm like, you could feel the difference. I'm like, holy shit.
I'm going to have to do that because the wife's getting pretty annoyed with me wearing mesh shirts all the time.
Right.
And you can see my areolar coasters on my chest. So
I do have an order coming in. I do have an order coming in, so I'm excited to give it a try.
Yeah, I will have to get your honest feedback. And we were rocking the flannel hoodies at night, and people were like, well, of course, where we were, it's the town of Lake Placid. You guys might not know exactly Lake Placid, but everyone knows the Miracle on Ice, 1980, which is somewhat close to where we're traveling back, but not the year. And it was
giant
pretty cool.
Alligators.
Giant alligators. We spent so much time watching just to keep the paddleboarders safe and everything, and thankfully there was no alligator attacks. No alligators or alligators. If I'm stumbling, it's all the beautiful
How
breweries.
funny is that I associate Lake Placid with that alligator movie, and I have no idea. I know what the Miracle on Ice is. I know it's Kurt Russell. I get that. But all I know is the alligators,
No, that's what I know it for. Because that movie, based on the real events, that coach gave an epic speech before that game started versus Russia, about how if you don't win this game, it's gonna be on your fucking grace forever, and just walked out the fucking door.
That's when they did the flying V, right?
Yep, pretty much. That's what I heard. It is crazy. Not that we're traveling back to 80 or the sports talk, but Russia that year was a powerhouse. It'd be like the Kansas City Chiefs taking on who was the worst team in football last year. I'm just trying. Maybe the Jets, maybe the
Panthers or something.
The Panthers. It'd be like, you know what I mean, like those guys playing. But then the Chiefs, not only are they really good, but then they take the best players from the Niners. Then they take the best players from the Bills. They stack a team, then take on the Panthers. But not only the Panthers, they actually take on Alabama or Michigan, I guess, won it last year. And then Michigan beats these guys. That's what it was. Which is
it wasn't supposed to happen, right?
Wasn't. It was it wasn't even professional USA players. It was a bunch of college kids they put together.
Yep.
And would it ever happen these days? I can't imagine so. But pretty wild. But either way, we stayed I could go on and on, but it was cool.
all those Americans, they're rocking flannels for sure.
100%.
For sure.
Probably tied around the waist, which I did try it just for you, Burley.
Yeah, how'd that go?
How's the wearability? It's got great wearability.
Fuck yeah, man.
All right. I tried it because I had the lightweight on with the other one around, the hoodie around, just in case it got cold. Turns out didn't. Turns out a lot of hills in Lake Placid and a lot of people that run and have dogs. So if you don't love running, that's okay. You can still be. If you don't love dogs, maybe stay away from Lake Placid.
Or run from the dogs.
Or run from the dogs. Every business, they have water bowls out. A couple of the Mexican places, they put a lime on their water bowl for the dog, which is a nice touch.
Marinate them from the inside out. I get it.
But Burley, we also love pretzels. I didn't see any pretzel. And this is no bullshit. We searched for the best place for the best pretzel. There was only probably 2 places that even had a pretzel on the menu. We saw somebody order one, and I'm like, that doesn't hold a stick to Milwaukee pretzel. Sorry about it.
Dude, I ordered a pretzel 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And I literally looked at my buddy. I was like, all right, bro, this is okay. You got to try this. And I talked about the Milwaukee pretzel. Dude, they're fire. They're fire.
Yes.
They're not heavy.
Bites.
They're delicious. Yeah. They're fucking, yeah.
Yeah, whenever I see a pretzel, because my wife got one, we saw long legs on Thursday. And I looked at it, I'm like, it's not Milwaukee. I can't eat that.
Yep, we got the dill. We got that dill mustard in, and I was like, it was a game changer. I'm gonna throw this out there. So Milwaukee, if any of you guys are actually watching the show, get yourself a maple mustard next. You got the dill. We had a maple mustard with a different side. It was unbelievable. But granted, I'm a maple country. You guys are probably maple. Oh shit, it was amazing. But if you guys want, you guys can go to Vermont Flannel, use code BeardLaws24. You guys can go to Milwaukee Pretzels. There's no code. Just go in there and buy yourself some pretzels. We'd appreciate it. And that's delicious. But we got a lot to talk about, and usually we cut Burley off with his music, and I want to give him enough time. So this year, we're traveling back to 1972. My wife picked the year, and I said,
My wife?
I said, my wife. I said, why don't you pick a year? Want to do a video? She goes, nope. I was like, oh, that's cool. That's kind of a thing that we do. You want to do a video? She's like, nope. But I said, all right, fair enough. I'll do that. I said, why did you pick 1972? She goes, I don't know. It just popped in my head. She goes, 70s, pretty cool. 72 was really cool. You're going to find some cool stuff. She goes, if not, it was going to be 67. So I said, well, 67. So we don't have 67 yet, but if anybody wants to send an actual video, thanks, wife, for not sending a video. We had a cool thing where we promote you. But she is my co-host on the Yorktown Podcast, so I guess we could self-promote. Go check out the Yorktown Podcast if you want. And she refuses to be on camera for that as well.
I'm starting to think that maybe you're not married, Matt, and you're that kid that was like, I have a girlfriend, but she just goes to a different school than you. So you've never met her.
All you got to do is friend me on real Facebook, real. And this is coming from the guy that we know. His name is Burley. I mean, I even know Gute's first name. I don't know your first name.
My mom shat me out and named me Burley, dude. It happened.
Right.
Oh, I'm a cute little baby Burley.
I know your real name.
I get friend suggestions like, ooh, would you like to follow the Rage and Pillage podcast on Facebook? Willingly knowing that's you, but I'm like, I'm not following it till I find the real Burley. Do I already know your name? Did we do a deep dive on there potentially? Did you even pay a lot of money to somebody on Fiverr to track you down? Allegedly. Do we know where you work? Allegedly.
Oh, it's out there.
I don't know any of it.
Yeah, if you have my cell phone number, which some of you do, it's not hard to figure out.
I mean, you know what? Do I have the ability to potentially find? I don't care that much. I figured, if Burley wants stuff out there, Burley will find it. But if anything, go check out the Rage and Pillage podcast. That's all we really care about. In 72.
On hiatus.
Biggest question.
Backlog.
Yeah,
over 150 episodes. You can just go back and listen to them.
Yeah, and there's plenty of time. By the time you follow and watch all 150 of them, Rage and Pillage will be back. Unless you're like a binge watcher and you can get through it in like a day. It's not going to happen in a day.
Yeah, you're a freak if you do that.
Rome wasn't built in a day. And if you're watching them all in a day, we know you're lying because there's some episodes that were like 10 hours long.
Yeah.
You're not getting through 150 episodes.
Yeah, I'd be surprised. I couldn't even listen to that. It's trash. It's a lot of filler in there.
Yeah.
Vamping.
Yeah, so much vamping. There's so much vamping.
So much vamping. But Burley, whenever you're ready, feel free to fire up the time machine. We've been really
bad boy up.
You've been putting. I know because you had a lot of time in your hands with no power, you were able to really get to the nuts and bolts of this time machine, right?
Let's just say I cleaned the carburetor more than once out of boredom.
Did you spit on it?
Haktua.
Hey.
Can y'all hear that? My research of this year. Firing up.
Mm-hmm.
Here it goes. This one's going to go up on a goat list. Go ahead.
This one's pretty good.
Yeah.
This is a solder right here. Fucking
Floor kick.
I can tell you, I've only seen my research because of the traveling and stuff. So I'm super intrigued what you boys found, and there's a lot to it. So I mean, Burley, I'm gonna let's lead you off.
power right there.
We always save you. We always save you for the end. I feel like let's jump into it. That way, there's no way that you're gonna be able to talk for the. Well, let me rephrase that.
You don't know.
I see some of the Rage and Pillage podcast. There's no way that you should run out of time.
Yeah, if you give me this, we're going to call this the vamp hour. A little bit too much power on it.
I'm shaking that. It's like a Polaroid picture.
Dude, it was Michael J. Foxmore. So, in my
72.
quick research
of
this,
I don't know.
There's so many songs.
I don't think so.
Also, I think this is the year the music industry quit being so racist. Does this make sense? In the 60s, name a bunch of black artists from the 60s. Name 5, I should say. Hendrix, 1, go. All right, what do you got?
Louis Armstrong.
Okay, 2.
Was Bill Withers in the 60s still?
The actor?
The singer.
No, the musician.
Okay, maybe you got 3.
It's a beautiful day.
A lovely day.
Yeah, lovely day. Stupid. Beautiful.
It's okay, I got you. Of the 60s. Who else was in the 60s? Oh, Ray Charles. He had to be 60s.
Okay.
Marvin Gaye. Throwing it out there, I don't know.
That's 5. But you're uneasy about it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ben King, Stevie Wonder.
Stevie.
Had to.
What year was Michael Jackson born?
And I think of Little Richard as well.
Okay. Jackson 5, were they a thing
Jackson
then?
5 was late 70s. That was covered last week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Probably.
Jackson 5 was pumping in the... What year was last year? 78?
82? 83?
80s,
okay. Yeah. In the 80s, Michael Jackson was just coming off the Jackson 5, so it was the late 70s for the kiddos.
Aretha Franklin. She was probably around then.
Maybe.
She's been around for a long time, or was around.
You're not firing them off like you could whites. The point I'm making here. Now, we're getting into what they still play on the radio now. That's black people. Dude, we got a gang in here. We got the Chi Lights. Oh, girl. I'll be in trouble if you left me now. So I don't know where to look for love. Ooh. We got Bill Withers on here. Lean on me when you're strong.
My jam.
What else we got in here? I had a couple of them. Where's he at? My ding-a-ling, Chuck Berry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude. That was a hit this year, dude. My ding. That's such a funny song. Okay, this was the year of fucking innuendos. I forget who sang it, but in my research, I forgot about this song. He's like, I want your warm spot next to my mouth. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, this was a hit? Come on now, let's go.
It's preaching.
What else do we have? We have America, a Horse with No Name.
That's the first song I learned to play on guitar.
Hell yeah, dude. Their claim to fame was my mom used to bang the bass player. Not even a lie. Let's see. Don McLean, American Pie.
Oh, that was this year?
Yep. Right after 4th of July. Kind of tied in together.
I see that.
Looking Glass, dude. Brandy, you're a fine girl, fine girl. Ballin' ass song. Okay, the Osmonds, dude. The Osmonds had a few hits on here, but I ran across a song I'd never heard before. Ooh. Crazy Horses. Have you heard this song?
By the Osmonds? No.
Dude. This should be, somebody should remake this as a metal cover. It plays almost as metal back then, and it's the Osmonds. It's wild, dude. It's like crazy horses. Dude, it's crazy, dude. It's pretty solid. I tried to find a metal cover. I found something from the 80s. It wasn't that great. Someone needs to remake that. Toss that out to all the musicians out there. Fucking
you wouldn't think that they would go that hard.
You wouldn't, because they had like 4 or 5 hits that year. One of them was on the Brady Bunch. Okay. The Mormons went hard for Crazy Horses. Let's just put it that way.
Wow, that makes
sense. With their magic
Shout
underwear and their special planets.
Shout out Tyson.
Shout out Tyson with his friends, the Osmonds.
We missed his Mormon hammer meat.
Wait, is Donny Osmond dead, or is it the sister, Marie? One of them's dead. One of them's in their planet.
I think it's
Merrill Osmond died in 2023 at 69. He was the bassist.
I feel like one of the brother and sister died.
I don't think so.
Man. I'm not wishing death upon them. I'm just saying I feel like one of them's dead.
In the future, there's a lot of deaths going on right now. Each day there's a bigger death by a bigger death.
What do we got here? Okay. There's no way we can get in trouble for playing this hit song from 1972. Can you look up a song called Popcorn by a band called Hot Butter?
Oh, you know it.
What the fuck? This was a hit.
Let's see. This is
horseshit.
So Donnie, so the first thing that pops in is from Jonte95 Jonte. 15 years ago, this YouTuber was able to put this out. I'm assuming it's it. And obviously they don't have rights to it, so we should be able to play it, right?
Yeah, this is
100%.
No way nobody's looking for the fucking copyrights on this one.
This it?
Yep. Just skip around.
Okay. This should be on a video game.
Dude, this is a hit, dude.
I want this on vinyl. I'm not gonna lie to you. Wow.
So in my notes, I just wrote hot butter popcorn and in parentheses, what the fuck? You know, just like...
I'm more angry this isn't played in movie theaters. It sounds like polka music to me.
Well, there's a music video for it somewhere. I saw a clip of it, and it's like popcorn in a movie theater popping. So I don't know if somebody made that music video or what, but yeah, it's I did not look into that. Okay, so without looking at the notes, guys, I'm going to toss out a band name. Tell me if you know who this is. Derek and the Dominoes.
Oh, yeah. I have them on vinyl.
Nice.
Okay.
Don't know who they are.
Okay. You'll know the song, Layla.
Ha!
Okay. I did not know. I thought that was just a Clapton song.
Yeah.
I did not realize that Derek and the Dominoes was like a super group that included Eric Clapton and for some of the songs, George Harrison.
Dude, they're awesome. They are.
I guarantee you I know most of their songs. I just didn't know that portion, right?
Yep. They had a live album somewhere that I think they put out on a track that was unreal. Like you know when they're live, obviously you hear the studio, but the way that they did it in that time frame and how good it sounds is impressive. I can't remember where it's from, like Fillmore or something like that.
Well, I forget who is all on it. It's a super group, dude. So it's called English American Blues or whatever the genre is. I was reading about it quickly, but I didn't recognize the names, but it was referred to as a super group. So I'm assuming all these other guys are from, other big bands and they have to be American. But the fact that George Harrison was a part of it for at least a little bit, he was in a few of the sessions. Pretty interesting to me.
Yeah. Bob Whitlock, he was part of like Booker T and the MGs.
Okay.
Which you guys have probably heard of.
Wait, Green Onions, right? Is that what it was?
Yep.
Green Onions?
Yep. Carl Rattle, he toured with a couple of bands. Nothing that I reckon, that I overly recognize. There was Jim Gordon was on the drums.
Jim Gordon, the commissioner?
I don't think it was the commissioner.
Yeah, you don't
Maybe.
know that.
No, I don't.
Do you have a
He
spotlight?
was a drummer.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he came from anywhere else, but I'm assuming the supergroup was Clapton. And then they also had Dave, where was it here? James Brown.
Ooh.
Was in
Shit.
it. Yeah. Apparently it says with James Brown. They mentioned a ton of names.
Backing vocals, James Brown. Hooah! Ha ha! Hee-hee-ha!
Jim Keltner did a lot of stuff with Bob Dylan, I guess.
Man, I fucking hate Bob Dylan. Oh, man.
He did too. That's why he came there. There was also a Dwayne Allman. You might recognize him.
From one of the brothers, huh?
Yep. That would be a supergroup.
Yeah, it's pretty solid, though. I mean, I love Layla. You want to hear a fun joke?
Yeah.
Always.
What is the difference between a bag of cocaine and a toddler?
What?
Eric Clapton would not let a bag of cocaine fall out of a window.
There it is. Good
That's
one.
a goodie. I don't care what y'all say.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Not to go back to what we were talking about, but I did just look up real quick. If anybody wants to potentially buy Hot Butter Popcorn, the album with the track list, you could buy it on Discogs. That's where I used to buy a lot of vinyls for like $1.27.
The whole album?
The whole album. It
How
also had
many songs
Popcorn,
on that album?
4, 5, 6, 7.
How
8,
funny is it?
9,
Okay,
10,
let me guess
11.
the track list. We have
Okay.
Popcorn, Jujubes, Snowcaps, Raisinets.
That'd be good. It's Popcorn, Day by Day, Apache, At the Movies, Tomatoes, Pipeline, Hot Butter, Telestar, Tristana, Song of the Nairobi Trio, and Amazing Grace to end it all.
So $1 something for this in today's market?
This is, there's 276 copies currently available. It's got a 3.79 out of 5 rating out of 328 ratings. People kind of like it.
I hope it all sounds the same as that Hot Butter song.
I
yeah.
kind
that
of want to
Popcorn
listen to At the Movies or Tomatoes.
Pop it in, dude. Let's go. Let's
right.
go.
We're here.
Let's see
do it.
here. Which one are we going with?
At the
What's
movie.
the weirdest sound? You said tomatoes?
You want to go Tomatoes?
Tomatoes sounds hilarious.
Okay, let's go. Let's see. Hot butter tomatoes. I mean, I feel like we've ate that. All right,
It's
here
got to
we
be
go.
a really confusing Google search.
Track 8. I'm assuming this is it. Shout out to whoever has this going on the YouTubes. Conrad Caddy 2. Much different.
Are you playing it?
Okay, thank God it wasn't just me.
Oh, here it goes.
Sorry.
So So they're just a synth band of sorts.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, so if you look here...
It's goddamn circus music, dude.
Like here is the album. Their synth pop genre is electronic or pop. But this is what they got going on right here. 276 copies are available. 276 people are like, I gotta sell this shit.
Yeah, let's get rid of this. Here's a buck.
I'm gonna buy some. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is gonna be my collection. Look at almost 4,000 people have it. Almost 3,000 people want it.
How much is shipping? It has to cost more than.
Yeah, for sure. But it depends who you buy them from. Sometimes, like, so if you want to, I don't know if you guys ever use this. Obviously, this one's like European. You can filter it down by American. So this one's, $15 with $4 shipping. It all depends. You just got to kind of play the game. So
I am the game.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I've been on the search for the first Limp Bizkit album on vinyl. It's almost impossible to find.
Don't challenge me.
Go for it. Because I've done some hard Googling. $3 Bill Y'all. That's the name of the album.
$3 bill, y'all?
It's red.
Okay. Let's see. Let me pull that website back up here.
So Donnie and Marie are not dead. They're still alive.
Oh, darn. They're going on the death pool next year.
$3 bill, y'all. All versions. So this is all versions. Let's switch it to edit release. Nope, we got to sign in.
Cover that for sure. No.
I don't give a shit.
Okay.
No, here we go. You guys they can't guess my password. If you guess it,
it's
feel
7
free to go.
dots. It's easy.
Yeah.
No, that's just a filler. I don't have a password that's under 30 characters.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm that guy. What do we have here? Let's go. What do we want? Vinyl. There's
Vinyl.
the 2 times LP by Interscope Records. There's 13 available for $150.
God damn. I don't need it that much.
Yeah,
It sounds the same on Spotify.
Yeah, that.
That means it's a rare thing then, huh?
Yeah, only 420 people on this site apparently have it. They just sold one June 30th of 2024. Look at the median average sale is 147, highest is 300, lowest was 47.79.
Golly.
That's a tough one.
So if anybody wants to gift that to Burley,
There we go. Christmas is coming up. Christmas in July. Hook Burley up.
It works out well because John and Yoko in 1972 put out "So This Is Christmas."
That was them?
Yep.
Oh, that version. Okay. Jesus.
Oh, is there another version?
Yeah, I'm used to a different version. I can't picture them doing it. Oh.
It sounds, so. Were y'all big Beatles people?
Not really.
Really?
I listened to a lot of them. Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate what they did. They changed music forever, right?
Yeah.
And they were goddamn hit-making machines. They could not write a hit. They're fucking too good. And they weren't even a band that long. Considering how much music they put out, they were not a band for very long. Now, are you guys familiar with Mott the Hoople?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah, I have some of their albums.
Okay. All the young dudes?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah. Do you know the story about that?
I don't.
First off,
I didn't really look into it.
well, you're about to learn today, bitch.
Hell yeah.
I always thought that song was a Beatles song, just simply because of the hook. I never really thought much into the verses and stuff. You just, when you hear all the young dudes, it sounds like a Beatles song, doesn't it?
Yeah,
So,
I mean, they were both British, right? Ish, like
sorta.
I mean, not the Beatles were, you know what I mean. They were from over there.
Yeah.
For us Americans.
Well, the lead singer, I believe, came from Germany on a whim because they couldn't. They got a new. All right, let's start at the beginning. Depending on where they recorded, is what their name was. So in Italy, where they did most of the recording, they were called Doc Thomas Group before Mott the Hoople. Okay, in the UK, they were referred to as the Shakedown Sound and the Silence. So this music producer who is well known for having this R&B night in the Soho Club in England was looking for the next big fucking thing. Then he gets a drug charge, and he spends a little while in jail. The whole time he's just kind of plotting and planning out the perfect rock band, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wants a band that is influenced by not Neil Young, the fucking Bob Dylan, with rock and roll, with all this other shit, but they need to have a Bob Dylan-y voice, right? So at the same time he's in jail, he reads a book called Mott the Hoople. And it's about this guy named Mott that does adventures. That's the only thing that fucking links them to this book is the name. All right, so he just puts that in his back pocket. He finds these fucking guys, and he's like, oh shit, y'all are going to be the next Rolling Stones, but we need a better singer. So he immediately fires the fucking... He like gets them under management, and then he's like, all right, y'all got to fire a lead singer.
Wow.
Yeah, fucking... So they fire him. These guys are playing small fucking road gigs, upstairs apartment like concerts, and they're taking a Hammond organ upstairs for every fucking show. Just fucking wild, dude. So they get this cat from Germany, right? He comes in, he's a fucking hippy dippy son of a bitch. I never thought about this too. So he shows up, he's wearing flip flops, dark sunglasses, and like a fucking vest. They're like, all right, bud, you know, what the fuck? That's how he meets the band. And then it turns out he can sing his dick off. They're cool with it. Then they start playing shows, and they start popping off. In Italy, specifically. But you want to know why? Like, their fans are going crazy for him. You want to know why? It lasted for about 2 years before it started tapering off. They thought the lead singer was blind. Because he wore those thick sunglasses, so they thought they were giving it up for this crazy talented blind dude. And then fucking people found out that he wasn't blind. They started tapering off pretty fucking hard.
Well, isn't David Bowie involved in these guys?
Later.
Did he produce? I
Yeah,
know.
later.
I think.
Well,
he
with this
produced it.
song, song, yeah, we're getting there.
Oh,
We're getting there.
well, you
Stop
stopped
reading ahead.
talking. I thought you were done.
Oh
Sorry.
no,
I don't have your notes.
You do.
I'm not looking at your notes.
They put out 4 fucking albums that were just kind of meh. They had really good critical what's it called, acclaim, but people weren't really coming out. They weren't selling albums, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're about to break up. The bass player who's friends with David Bowie. Also, David Bowie releases he becomes Ziggy Stardust this year. So this is pre Ziggy Stardust announcement. Bowie, he's like, y'all got to give it one more try. Also, listen to this song I wrote, and it's All the Young Dudes. Song's written by Bowie. He played it on acoustic for him. They're like, that's fucking it. They record that album in a fucking week.
Wow.
Really?
And it fucking boom. Peaked at number 3. It's at the number 491 on Rolling Stone's albums, 500 albums of all time. They put out 2 more albums and then just called it quits.
Interesting.
We're fucking
Just
set.
called it fucking quits. So, oh yeah, I've actually left this off. They caught hell for calling the album Wildlife, the album right before this, because that same year Wings came out, and their album was the same thing. So, they kind of copied that shit.
I mean, I can see that.
I mean, Wings is a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I didn't know this much about them, dude. Like I wouldn't call them a one-hit wonder. They had a couple of other hits, but I think that one really solidified their spot in like classic rock radio. I think most people know that song. And like I said, a lot of people don't know the name Mott the Hoople, but they know that fucking song. You know the
They
song,
know all-
dude?
No.
It's the gay anthem.
Is it really?
I'm
Oh,
pretty
all
sure
the
it's
young dudes.
I'm pretty sure it's been referred to as the gay anthem. Who was it? It was like Lou Reed or somebody like that referred to it as the gay anthem, and rallied the call to the young dudes to come out in the streets, and they did like the whole support and stuff. And
Yeah, but Lou Reed's
and this is in the
gay.
70s still, But
And who likes Lou Reed though? Come on now.
not a fan.
I bet you do. I bet you like Lou Reed and Jim Croce.
I don't have any Lou Reed, I bet.
Yeah, good. He ruined Metallica.
Fuck Metallica. They ruined Napster.
Word. But
That's true.
Lou Reed's fault.
We'll get to 1999 one of these days.
Eventually. Yeah, if you don't know what Napster is, sorry for that. I'm just the king of spoilers today. My fault.
Also, one more band I really want to mention before we get out of here and of my area. Dr. fucking Hook, dude.
Yes.
Dr. Hook.
Dr. fucking Hook rules. Sylvia's Mother. I discovered that song at like 16. Sylvia's Mother, still, I play it every couple weeks, dude. That is a powerful song. Gives me goosebumps every fucking time. And then they were fucking wackadoos. That whole band was fucking crazy bastards. But that fucking
it's Jersey.
song.
It's the water in Jersey.
Are they Jersey dudes?
I feel like they're Jersey
Really?
or New York City, yeah.
Hey, the dude rocked an eye patch. I don't even know if he was missing an eye. You know, just like...
Hey, it worked for Mott and the Hoople. I mean...
You gotta play that kayfabe.
Play the game. Play the fucking game. I love it.
Yeah,
Kinda
Dr.
like-
Hook and the Medicine Show. Whew.
They
I bet you
rule,
they'd be
dude.
fun as hell to have been able to see live.
Oh, for sure. I might have to watch some live footage after this.
I mean...
But, yeah. Hey, I got my stuff done. How long was that?
20
I don't know.
minutes?
Maybe 10
It
minutes?
was 20
All right,
minutes.
20 minutes. All right, I can knock
20
it out in
minutes?
20 minutes, fellas. That's why I tell my wife, I'm lying. 7 minutes tops.
Goat, you did such a good last week. Let's go movies.
Woo, movie time. So, wow, where to begin? So, I could go with the Oscars. The best actor was Marlon Brando from Godfather. Best actress was Liza Minnelli from Cabaret.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, Liza.
Yeah. Best picture was Godfather. That kicked ass that year. I mean, just an amazing movie. The best director was Bob Fosse. He directed Cabaret. I was shocked by it because, like, I was curious because Godfather killed it at the Oscars, and I was looking to see, okay, who's best director? It had to have been Francis Coppola. No, Cabaret won. So I never seen that movie before, and I watched it, the trailer of it. I'm just like, I'm like, wow, this he won best director. I'm like, it's not bad. It's like a girl who plays like a whore at like this dance place. She at nighttime she's a singer, dancer, and during the day she's a whore. Pretty much, that's the base of the movie. So I'm laughing. I'm like, though, I can see where T. West got his idea for like Maxine and X and Pearl and shit like that.
I feel like Cabaret is one of those gay movies that...
It's not. It's actually not bad. Just based on the
Yo,
trailer.
what's
Whoa.
up?
This is on IMDb.
Yeah.
Loads up to... Interesting. I thought you were talking about wine the whole time.
No.
Wait, that's spelled with a K.
Yeah, this is a C.
Cabernet?
Isn't Francis Ford Coppola like Nick Cage's uncle or something?
I want to say yes, but I'm not 100% sure.
Did I just make
Sounds
that
like-
up?
He sounds so confident.
Sometimes I make things up. Sometimes I overhear things at a bar and I just spout them like it's truth.
Related to.
I'm not going to fact check you. I'm going with it. I'm gonna let the viewers and the listeners and the commenters come at you.
He's a
Yeah,
he's a
I'll fight
nephew. Yeah,
Bless you. Come at you.
they are related.
Bless you.
Yeah, this is a nephew.
Wow.
They're cousins. Yeah.
That
Boom. They're cousins. Okay. All right.
isn't it funny how bar trivia can stick in your brain and random things you hear while you're drinking at the bar sticks in your
Yeah.
brain. But then if you were to be like, hey, the wife tells you something and you're like,
Oh, yeah. I can't remember.
you never
half the
said that
shit.
shit. I'm telling you. Here's video evidence. Nope.
They
Never
said
said
it
it.
here.
She told me this whole load of shit about me not paying attention. I don't know. I wasn't really listening, but
Just stop it. Did you say anything important? I don't remember.
yeah.
But yeah, top grossing films that year. Godfather kicked ass for that movie. Kicked ass that year. It made almost $1 billion. It was like 86 million they made that year domestic wise. Worldwide, it was like over 100 or some million. It was outrageous.
I've still never watched the OG Godfather.
You've seen part 2, part 3?
I've seen the one that they put out a couple years ago where it was all 3 movies sliced and diced in the order they're supposed to be in. So, like, I guess it was Francis Ford Coppola went in and, like, moved some things around. So it's like parts of number 3. Here, we're number 1, and then number 2, and then, yeah. So,
Yep.
I've never seen the original.
And $100 million or $1 million. Sorry. in 1972 is about 8 million.
Yeah.
Just to throw that out there.
Insane.
So
If they did-
86.3 million times 8, basically.
Yeah.
100 million is going to be like 746. So, yeah, they made some money.
Yeah. All right.
So next you have the Poseidon
They
Adventure.
made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
100%. But this is the based on the stuff they learned from the mob and like the book he wrote and just based on the book. So it's an incredible story. Number 2 was the Poseidon Adventure with Dustin Hoffman. Where like this boat, it's like almost imitating Titanic, but this tidal wave takes the boat out and they survive. Based off the ship going down. That was huge that year. Number 3 was What's Up, Doc?
That's a pre-comedy Leslie Nielsen.
Yes, he died. He was the captain. Yeah.
Yeah.
They redid it too, didn't they?
With Bill Murray.
I think they redid it in the early 2000s.
I don't think so.
I thought I saw. Man, I might be making shit up.
It's beautiful artwork
There's some
right there.
pictures.
Love the poster.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I thought they. Let me see here. I thought they redid it. Yeah, 2005, the Poseidon Adventure. They made a TV/movie with Adam Baldwin and Rutger. I don't know if it's the same thing,
TV miniseries.
but it has the same exact name.
Okay.
Dude, it's got a Baldwin brother,
So,
though.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't
He's
as good.
innocent, man. In the future.
Yeah, word up. Word up.
I said Justin Hoffman. I meant Gene Hackman. Thank you for showing that. That works for you.
Gotcha.
Number 3 is What's Up, Doc? It's a comedy at Barbara Streisand in it.
That's the documentary about
The 20s,
Bugs Bunny?
30s, and 40s. It was them trying to make a comedy movie about the 20s, 30s, and 40s. But then that's Bugs Bunny's iconic line.
Artwork's pretty cool.
Heck yeah. Number 4 is Deliverance, top grossing movies that year. Where Florida City people go to out in the woods. They go in a canoe and they somehow find these like madmen who live in the country and like they try to kill them. So it's about these 4 guys trying to survive in the out in the woods.
Squeal Like a Pig, boss.
I'm gonna say that's a hell of a movie.
Yeah.
And that's only 4.
Yeah.
That's a documentary.
I'll keep it to 5. Jeremiah Johnson, Robert Redford, out in the Mountain Man. That popular meme with that, he has a full beard. He's like still on, smiling. That meme.
Is that Robert Redford
Yeah,
in that meme?
yeah.
I've never seen Jeremiah Johnson.
It's actually a good movie. Like he fights Native Americans. He's just fucking causing havoc. Like it's the spirit
It's
of
Zach
him.
Galifianakis. Or is it
That makes more sense now.
right?
No, he has.
Or
a
is it
beard.
here?
That's the early part of the movie. But then as he goes into the country and lives off in the woods, the mountains, he has his beard and it just gets deeper and deeper. It's badass. That one, yep,
Yeah, he looks fat in that picture. That's why I didn't recognize him as Robert Redford.
yeah.
All right.
No. The Simpsons predicted it.
So other movies that year was you have the Unholy Rollers. The ladies in the roller skates fighting.
You're just gonna breeze over number 7. Just gonna
Right?
breeze over
I saw
number
what you
7.
did there. Yeah. Now that we made it there, Gute, what's number 7?
Number 7 was Deep Throat.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
The poor girl could not come anywhere because her clit was in her throat. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And there was a doctor in the movie and everything. It was a real doctor.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever seen Deep Throat?
No, not that version.
You gotta watch the OG. It's online. You're not gonna jerk to it. You're not gonna jerk to it, but it is history.
Gotcha.
You don't know him. You don't know me.
Dude, there is more bush than Australia, dude. It's just the bush.
Go 70s.
It's funny. He's like, I've seen the OG Deep Throat, but I ain't seen an OG Godfather.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's listen. A man has priorities. You know what I mean?
Fair. But I thought you couldn't jack to it.
Right.
Didn't say. I'm all about history. I'm all about history. You got to preserve the history, dude.
Yeah. So
The soundtrack was awesome.
I believe you. So, this one, the Last House on the Left, the original, the OG by Wes Craven, that came out that year. That was I saw the remake as well, and that was just shocking just to watch that. Because that Clockwork Orange came in '71, that release, so the whole like period of like ultra violence was coming out. You have Dracula AD, and my favorite actor is Christopher Lee. I love him in any like Hammer film, or even as he got older in like the Star Wars or Lord of the Rings, whatever he did, it was fucking amazing.
I had no idea Dracula AD that just recently came out was a remake.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I thought they just made a goofy movie.
No, he was actually he had 4 movies where he was Dracula. I mean, there was the Dracula Rises from the Grave, and like there's 4 other ones that like I have them all on DVD. I fucking love that stuff. Him and Peter Cushing, that's like him and De Niro and Pesci together. The magic they had together in all his films, just fucking fantastic. Yeah, that same year you have Blackula come out, Black Dracula. So.
That was, I believe, around about the start of all the black exploitation movies that came out.
Yeah.
There was so many of them, dude. It's crazy. Dolomite comes to mind.
My the group I'm part of, Psycho Cinema, we show that movie every year. So I always love seeing it in theaters. It's priceless. But yeah, the Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. This is the 3rd installment. I mean,
another blaxploitation movie.
It's still happening. It's like, come on, like this. Yeah, you have Scooby Doo meets Batman that came out this year as well.
I didn't know that was a thing.
That one. I didn't see that one.
I saw that one. It's the original cartoon one before Adam West. It's good. It's funny to see the crossover. Scooby Doo meets the Harlem Globetrotters, Batman.
They did do a lot of that in the day where it was like the Jetsons meet the Flintstones and shit like that. I remember that one.
I miss those days. You have Tales from the Crypt come out that year. We get to meet the Crypt Keeper for the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
It's that old?
It's that old.
Wow.
That's the original one. They're in a catacomb, and like this, like one of the first horror anthology movies where the people go see how they die. It's fantastic.
No shit.
That same year, you have The Mechanic comes out with Charles Bronson.
Wow.
There's a lot of good movies came out this year. You have Horror Express, another personal favorite, Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing. They're on a train. It's a horror movie on a train. And you had the recent TV show on Shudder, Tales from the Crypt. No, sorry, it's Creep Show. They did an episode just dedicated to that where the Long kid, Justin Long.
Justin Long.
Yeah, he builds like a virtual machine where you can go into the movie and play a character and interact, and like he's like fucking one of the girls in Horror Express, and his wife comes in there, like tries to find her. She sees the monster, almost dies. So it's a great episode.
Wow.
And last, I'll say Joe Kidd with Clint Eastwood comes out.
I didn't see it.
Which one was that one?
In New Mexico. In New Mexico, like a bounty hunter comes in, Clint Eastwood just causing damage, just fucking up Mexicans and just fighting for property, fighting for land.
Got Robert Duvall in it.
Yep.
R.I.P. his kid. Toothiest blowjob in Hollywood.
But yeah, this is just a great year. You have horror movies coming out, you have westerns coming out, you have horror movies. It's just a perfect blend of everything.
Dude, this is a good fucking year. It's goated. It's up there somewhere.
Yeah.
It's up there somewhere. I didn't get to hit the birthdays though.
We got that next. We'll step into that.
Yep.
I'm all done.
Hit them.
No, I forgot to add them to the list, so I had to Google them.
I saw you typing.
That's okay. While you're Googling, we'll get to birthdays. You were speaking horrors. You were speaking movies. This has nothing to do with 1972, but I want to do a quick little plug of the movie Severance Mountain. You guys should check it out. It's coming to like Amazon and all these other ones. It's a local dude for me. You should check it out if you're into horror movies.
September.
I watched the trailer. It looks sick as fuck.
I'm pretty excited for it. And to be honest, I've seen some of the things. I haven't been able to sit down and watch the whole thing, which I'm going to do pretty soon. So if anybody out there is looking for some people, especially the director, Ethan Henry, my dude, let me know.
I'm working and trying to get that movie into our theater, so I'll be reaching out to him just to let him know.
Sick. Yeah. Let me know. I can get you his number and stuff.
Yeah, follow him. Yeah, I was going to message him on Instagram.
Hell yeah. Birthdays.
Speaking of actors, we got a lot of hot bitches that are now old as shit.
That's so depressing.
Yeah, so I'm going to start off with Amanda Peet. So everybody's going to be 51 or 52. You got Amanda Peet, Gwyneth Paltrow,
Wow.
Sofia Vergara,
Still hit it. All three of them.
Cameron Diaz,
Yep.
Carmen Electra.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now let's get into some dudes here. We got The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Smash.
Yeah, oh, dude. He smashes you, I think.
Paper. Let's bring paper.
The Big Show.
Woo! Well.
Well, he's a big show. Idris Elba.
Ooh.
Jude Law.
Wow.
Damn.
72.
Common.
Mm-hmm.
Shaq.
Oh, shit. Heard of him.
Billy Joe Armstrong.
Oh, shit.
Carl Urban. And Ben Affleck.
Wow. 72.
What a fucking year.
Bunch of
72
old
hits
fucks.
different.
Bunch
Yeah,
of
you
old
old
fucks.
They're still
Bastards.
killing it, dude. It's amazing.
Yeah, dude. And most of them got ED now, dude.
We may not be killing it, but we don't have ED.
No. This is the anti-ED club.
Yeah, we're going to put that on a
I
t-shirt.
like that.
People be so proud of us. They'd want those shirts, right?
Hell yeah, dude. I'm gonna just go ahead and send one to Shaq as a present.
Yeah.
What do you think
What
size
size?
shirt does he wear?
XL.
I would be pretty sure he'll promote your business.
All right.
He'd be like,
size?
He'd be like, what is the actual business? We're like, oh, we just made a t-shirt that says anti-ED because we can still get boners, sir. He'd be like,
So
hell
the
yeah.
amount of blood to
I believe
to get Shaq hard would have to be yes.
Probably got a big heart, though.
Okay, so I typed in what size T-shirt does Shaquille O'Neal wear? They're not giving me like normal stuff. It says he wears a.
Big and tall.
They told me his shoe.
Okay.
What the fuck?
What size
Size
shoe?
80
No.
No.
It's in his 20s.
in hockey jerseys.
Oh.
His size hockey jersey is 80. What size shirt does he wear?
Probably like a 5X.
Oh, I feel like he's bigger than that.
I mean,
I
a
don't know.
54, I believe, in a hockey jersey is comparable to like an extra large. I think I've bought a 54 in my brain. I don't know. I don't know how it goes up.
He wears a size 58 suit jacket. I don't know if that helps.
Let's just say it's pretty big.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of
Size.
sizes, let's go to prices. The price is right.
Ooh, all right. I like that. All right, so prices of stuff was pretty interesting. The average cost of a new let's do the cool little like we can do it for video. The average prices of stuff in 1972. That was good, right? The average cost of a house, $27,550. The median household income, just $11,000. So over double your salary to get a house.
I bet if we looked up like the median down payment on a house now, I bet it's more than the cost of a house in 1970.
Fuck yes.
Oh, probably. I mean, you're in the housing market. You know, say hypothetically you buy a house for $200,000 and you got to put 10% down.
20% if you want a good rate. It's crazy. Yeah,
That's what I mean. That's more than the median house of a
it's
income.
nuts, dude.
Cost of a gallon of gas, 36 cents.
This must.
We'll never see that again.
And people were still complaining back then. I bet.
Mm-hmm.
That's
The
what-
average cost of a new car they were bitching about too, $3,800.
Say 36 cents is how much it costs for an electric volt for my car per kilowatt.
I was going to say $3,800 is probably the price to replace a battery in your car. Probably not
no
even.
shit. No shit. Yeah.
Let's see. Cost of a gallon of milk, $1.20. Loaf of bread, 25 cents. You want to go to a movie, $1.75.
All day.
Want to buy a color TV, $500.
Oh, back
Wanna buy
then
a
there was an
12-pack of
ED
beer?
on that thing.
Right? 12-pack of beer, $2.30. That'd be pretty sweet. Pretty sweet, huh? Pack of
Yeah.
smokes, 55 cents for all you smokers out there. Nobody reads the newspaper around here that I know. But hey, we talked about vinyl albums. The cost of a vinyl record album, $3 to $5. You could buy a couple
Unless it's
copies
Limp
of Hot
Bizkit's first
Popcorn.
album.
Yeah, Limp Bizkit first one. That's a tough one. Popcorn though, you could buy a couple of them. Cost of a haircut, $2. The college tuition, which public in state was around $500 a year.
Jesus.
They were surviving at the median. They were surviving on $926 a month. That's the median house income. That's wild.
Wow. Times
Can't even
were
pay for
different.
groceries now for that. Jesus. Take me back, Lord. Take me back.
I'd be cool with going back to 72, except for the sports, because let's go around here. This is the list of all the major sports and their champions in 1972. There's not a lot of teams that I love on this list, so I could give a shit about 1972 sports. But there's going to be a lot of people that might love it. It's probably the last time the Cowboys were successful. They were Super Bowl champs. They beat the Dolphins 24-3 in 1972. The Oakland A's beat the Reds in 4-3. Went to the old Game 7. Los Angeles Lakers beat the Knicks. They didn't have a couple of Jameses on their team. The Stanley Cup, the Boston Bruins beat the Rangers. College football, USC. And college basketball, UCLA. A lot of West Coast domination
Yeah.
in 1972.
The MVP 1972 NBA, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh, wow.
In case you were wondering.
I was. Wow.
I was trying to figure out who won that year, and I thought it would be one of those teams, but nope.
Yeah.
Milwaukee Bucks.
Unreal.
What is there to do in Milwaukee?
Drink and eat cheese.
Yeah.
And buy pretzels.
Yep.
Ooh.
See what I did there?
Yeah, that was good. There was some dumb stuff before we traveled back here. Then, speaking of sports, Title IX. Pretty sure they do that in sports. That was there. The Apollo 17 for anybody that loves NASA and stuff. There, the Watergate
I'm in the space
scandal.
city. How about that?
Yeah, that's close. That's close-ish to you, right?
NASA
Yeah.
or the moon?
Yeah. Well, you think the moon's closer to you or me right now?
I don't know. You're asking all these hard questions, dude. I feel overwhelmed.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of Watergate that year. I mean, Intel released its first microprocessor for us nerds. Intel introduced the 8008, one of the first microprocessors. Know what else was released? Pong.
Bombs on the Irish.
There was probably, there was some of that. Pong.
Up
That's
the raw.
The Rock. And yeah, The Rock was released from his mom. The Polaroid SX70. I feel like Polaroid makes some kind of appearance in every episode. The Polaroid SX70. The first instant camera that allowed photos to be developed automatically.
Home videos and home photos were changed from that moment on.
They did. Lots of hair, lots of people producing.
Lots of kids snooping in their parents' bedroom and being scarred for life.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Chuck Berry started it all, though, with My Ding-a-ling.
Oh, Chuck Berry. Have you seen the recent news on Chuck Berry?
Oh,
that
boy.
video that released? Oh, there's a home video of Chuck Berry, and he really liked to fart in women's faces. It's hilarious. I'll send you the video after this. Everybody else, it's a quick Google search away, and yes, it's real.
Okay.
My man.
He
I
was a
heard that
dirty son of a bitch.
His great nephew is R. Kelly. I heard that. Might have made that up. Heard it at a bar once.
Don't fact check us. We're the time travelers here.
I feel like we should travel back, get out of 72 as much as we don't want to, but it's all about that chug life.
Yeah, we're going to do a quick fire up here. And should be just a 5, 4. It's already been warmed up. 3, 2, and hit it. Feels good to be back.
Does it?
Sorta.
Well, it has to feel good for you to be back, being able to see you in your house using technology
With AC.
and not be sweaty.
Listen, I would rather sit in the dark the rest of my life as long as I have AC. Let's be
You're
honest.
gonna go
dude.
blind, man.
Dude, I'm already clear like those fish in the caves. I don't need to see. I just need AC. They're cool in the water. You know?
Man, that's wild to me that a city as large as that had to be without power for that long. But hey, glad you're back. Glad.
It is where I am. I am where I am.
It's true.
Wherever you are, that's where you is, dude. Right there.
Yeah.
That's a t-shirt.
Oh, I think I like being the anti-ED one a little bit better, but I think the second one you just came up with probably sells a little bit better. So
Yeah. I gotta put an order
that,
in.
and maybe we'll make.
I gotta put an order in for a blaster shirt and a body wrong hat. So I couldn't find it on your website. I have to do a special commission.
I'm sneaky. But the body wrong hats I did, they're on the Beard Law Studio only.
Okay.
beardlawstudio.com. If anybody wants to. But blaster, I got that. I don't know. It's sneaky because I didn't know technically if I had the rights to do it.
Oh.
But
Dude,
it's
you
just
just
the
do
word
it.
blaster.
You're allowed to get at least one cease and desist. You're good.
Right? Yeah, well, I've had a couple. So.
Shout out Bucky's.
Hey,
Yo.
if you're in the area, check out Bucky. I've never been to one, but Burley says check.
It'll change your life. They gave me a cease and desist, and I still rep them. I love them.
Nah, it's pretty good. Yeah, there's not going to be any near me, so.
If y'all hear a kid in the background getting murdered, it's not mine.
That's what he said. Allegedly.
Yeah.
But either way, he's going to go check that out. Go check out 150 episodes of Rage and Pillage. Go check out Gute on the socials as well. We're everywhere. Go check us out. There's links and descriptions everywhere. I know you're not going to click them, but either way, Burley, Goot, can't thank you guys enough. We'll do this again next week. Should we tell them what week we're doing?
What year we're doing?
Yeah. What week? What week and what year? We don't know. I was just going to throw it out there.
I was like, oh, okay, I can make up a year.
Yeah.
I can't wait for like the late 90s. It's going to rule.
Yeah, we're doing our best. We do have some submissions, but if anybody does want to submit a year with a video or without, please let us know. We do have some people that are sending some in, so we appreciate it. And like I said, we're trying to jump around a little bit because we've had a lot of 80s style stuff. And, you know, do we want to just continually do 80s? No. Do we kind of?
80s was pretty weak for music. There's a lot of synth.
Mm-hmm.
Just
throw it out there.
synthesizers.
We did have one that was the 1800s, and respectively, they're gonna redo that one because that would have been a tough
Thank
one.
God.
That would have been. Goot wouldn't have had a movie section.
I would have.
Burley wouldn't have had much of that. There wasn't probably a lot of houses back then. It would have been a tough one.
A lot of the music had chains in the background. I guarantee you, it's just bad. It's
would
not
have
good.
not been good.
Yeah.
Go listen to Hot Popcorn. Tell them that we sent you, and we'll be back next week. So be good to your wieners. Keep your sticks on the ice, and Burley's back, baby. Later.